Hello, welcome to Aaron's Sim Cave. I'm Aaron. Today we're on American Truck Simulator, and I have just made this account. Now, I have over 1,000 hours in this game, but since this is a new channel, I figured I would discuss a few things with you while I do a trip. So, first off, we're playing on the Hori Truck rig. It's not the best camera angle, but I got a full-size wheel here. I also have a shifter with all the buttons. These are all automatically programmed into the game. Let's do San Francisco to Truckee. Alright, so here's our truck. We got a sleeper Western Star here, and we're hauling cheese from San Francisco to Truckee. Alright, inside of the cab actually looks nice. I might pick myself up one of these trucks. Alright, let's turn the truck on, turn on the lights. Alright, let's hit the road. So I guess one of the first things on my list is if you like trucking and you like sim racing, I'm starting to get a little bit heavier into the sim racing, but I love to truck for my relaxing videos. So in the sim racing videos, there's going to be a little bit more of a difference in energy, of course, because like racing is excitable, whereas trucking for me is more of a relaxing thing. And I made this channel because my sim rig stuff never did go well with the other content that I was posting on my other channel. Which, if you hear anyone call me spoofs, my gamer tag is spoofs. But yeah, trucking and car racing don't go well with shooters and World of Warcraft and Red Dead Redemption and all that. So I'm making a dedicated channel just for my sim racing and sim trucking. Which, when it comes to sim racing and sim trucking, you will find live streams on this channel. And yeah, that's about it, promoting the channel. Anyway, I think one of the things ATS needs to add, if a modder hasn't already done it, is more pedestrians. Like, in game, you'll see people walking around. Well, not even necessarily walking around, but like in front of like buildings and stuff. You never see them cross the streets or any of that. So I think that SCS should really put in pedestrians. Like for instance, on this crosswalk in front of me. I need the other lane. Okay, the Subaru needs to move. But my goal here is to try to give you as much of a realistic experience as I can, at least with the trucking stuff. With the racing stuff, I'm still learning, so I already know. People are going to be like, oh, you shoved your way through a pack. Lovin's racing. Get over it. In all seriousness, I am trying to get better at the racing. So, probably over the next week or so, you're going to see at least a couple racing videos, probably a couple trucking videos, maybe a live stream. I still got to do the phone verification for live streaming and all that. Now, I've heard that they are adding cars to American Truck Simulator. And I'm kind of in the middle on that, honestly. And I feel like this is kind of a hot take. Everyone wants pilot cars and all those. The thing is, I'm all for it if SCS can do it right. I want the car to actually feel like a car, because nowadays you can mod in cars, but they feel like trucks. So, like, you could be trying to drift a BMW, right? And you'd have the full weight of a tractor trailer. You're not going to be drifting, you're going to be flipping. So hopefully SES puts in proper car physics if they're allowing cars. But I could also see this game becoming more of a road trip simulator than a truck simulator, so I hope that they at least stay with the base of the game. Which they have no reason not to. I've also heard in Euro Truck that they're adding buses. I absolutely love driving buses. Now, I don't play any of the bus simulator games, but I prefer to set up my Euro truck as a bus account and just do trips around Europe. So hopefully they add something real where I don't have to mod that in Europe, which at least what the rumor is. And I hear that when you pick a stop, you're going to be stopping at different towns in between in Europe for the buses. So that's actually pretty cool. If any of that rumor is true, expect to see some Euro Truck on this channel. Personally, I'm not big into promoting things, but again, this is my first video, and I want this channel to actually succeed because it's my hobby. The other games I play on PC, most of the time it's for competitiveness, and with sim racing and sim trucking, like there's a competitive angle to it, but I don't take it as serious as other games, which allows me to actually be decent. For years now, I've played with an app called Truckbooks, and I've driven in different companies over the years, but I always end up either in a company where I butt heads with the leader, or they have a ridiculous miles amount needed to stay in the company, and half the people don't reach it, but they're allowed to stay. But the minute I don't reach, I get yelled at. So I'm done with that stuff, and I'm joining a company called OTR. It's one of the biggest trucking virtual companies in the world. So hopefully things are ran right, and I made some new friends, and I'm looking forward to a new stage in trucking. One thing I really don't like, though, specifically in California, is the speed limit for trucks is most of the time 55, whereas almost every other state allows you to drive at a minimum of 65 or above on the interstate, which is mind-boggling to me. California has all these traffic issues, but it's because, I honestly feel like it's because they allow trucks to only go 55. If they would allow trucks to go 65 like everyone else, wouldn't have so much of a problem. But people aren't exactly the safest drivers out there either. So I can kind of understand 55 on a truck. Generally, when I truck, I play on a modded account, but I've reset all that, and eventually, probably tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to be releasing a video of how to properly set up a modded account. So, like, you can still have fun, but, like, not be broke the entire time. Because I have a specific pattern that I like to use to get myself, like, my first $1 million, and then I shut off money mod. But, of course, I'm not doing that on this account. This account's 100% natural. Primarily because OTR doesn't use mods in their trucking. So that's what this account's primarily for. That and play with friends that don't mod. What's this car doing? Bro's stopping way too late. Is this guy trying to merge into the same lane? Yeah, he is. We're about 2 hours and 50 minutes away from our destination. And we'll be right on the edge of Vegas, so hopefully in my next video I can take a trip up to Vegas. if anyone's looking for people to truck with, I'm also looking for people to truck with. All I ask is that you're over 18, because quite frankly, I'm 30 and I don't feel like playing with children, which is a kind of an issue that I've came across in multiple BTCs. Is that they're not careful of who they hire, and you get a lot of kids on this game playing on keyboard and controller that just go out of their way and wreck loads. I've had my fair share of that when I ran a company. I'm trying to keep myself below 60, but I got a heavy foot and I don't like using cruise control. Oh, not so good at third-person driving. Can't tell. Just want to roll the line a little bit. I honestly didn't know that they had, like, California had so many trees around the Vegas area. For some reason, I thought California was mostly just highway. Oh, we're coming up on Truckee soon. Oh. This looks like it could be fun. Looks like we're going to be struggling with the incline here. Yeah, I'm basically stuck at 4th high. I want past, but this Jeep. Okay, whatever. That Jeep could wait. If he's too stupid to eat the brakes, then, like, he could eat my ass on. He did let me through. Some of the traffic in this, if you got to pass, they'll literally just drive right into your ass end. Like as if you're not there. Damn, there's a lot of downshift on this. Hold up. Let's see if I can save this. A lot of these trucks look like they're in low. I do need to take the right lane, let some of this traffic go by. That Jeep could go by now. This is a rough hill. I actually vaguely remember taking this hill when I first started the game. Which was years ago, back in like 2015, 2016. And I honestly have not driven in California since. So it does look a little bit different. I'm starting to get some RPMs. Oh, speed limit just went to 65. But not for me, of course. It's still stuck for 55 for trucks. I'm just gonna have to do what I can to get by some of these trucks. I think it's only the Starbridge truck in front of me. Oh, he must have got scared. I'll take the middle lane. just about to our destination. About 40 miles to go. Looks like it's starting to get dark out. Should be arriving just in time. Apparently there's a rest stop another 5 miles down the road, but there's another one right here. Maybe they're talking fuel station? Doesn't really matter anyway. In these borrowed trucks, they generally give you enough fuel to where you need to go. But, once in a while you gotta fill them up if you're going across state lines. Looks like I gotta get towards this off-ramp here. Oh, I just noticed a minor issue in my controls. When I was setting my e-brake, I made it so I could turn down the e-brake, but I can't turn it up. Okay, I need this turn off here, so I'm just gonna cut over. Just kind of relying on my engine brake for that, but it didn't really work out. I almost called it an e-brake, but it's literally the same thing, kind of. Surprisingly, in my town, we have a small roundabout, and no one knows how to use it properly. Everyone thinks that you need to stop in the middle of it. Which, I don't even have my driver's license, and even I can tell you, you're not supposed to stop in a roundabout. Stopping in a roundabout will get you hit. What you are allowed to do, though, is take a right on red, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, looks like we're here. Alright, we're going to turn this in. I am not the greatest at backing up yet, so we're just going to skip that. Alright, well, thank you for watching, and I'll have some more content posted for you tomorrow or the next day. See you in the next video. Peace!